Hi guys, Puddin here with the game for you in my Tier 10 Russian gunboat, the Kaba or the Khabarovsk. Now, my captain skills are going to be Priority Target, Preventative Maintenance, Adrenaline Rush, Last Stand, Survivability Expert, Superintendent, Demo Expert, and Advanced Fire Training. My modules will be Protect My Main Batteries, Better Aiming, Faster Shooting Guns, Longer Running Speed Boost, and Double Rudder Shift. Now, if you paid attention to the beginning of the game, what the team lineup is, you can see we have an OPG div in here. Now, I know the way that these particular gentlemen set up and play for is the end game. Now, this was also this game took place prior to this weekend when the Kings of the Sea finals happened, which is why I was congratulating them on their come from behind win. And you know, that's usually how some of these, you know, elite clans play for. They set up for the late game or the end game. Now, you can see by this, I'm going to go support C, but I really don't want to be the guy capping C. But if I can sneak in C, get some cheeky EXP, pretty much get up close, and really just support the Benson, I will. If I can dip into the cap, I will. I will try to use islands to conceal me. But this is more or less a gunboat. This is a light cruiser build. And that is the way I do play this. Now, if you're paying attention to the mini-map, we have one Shimakaze going to A. Before anybody starts going, oh, what an idiot, that is actually Derek Slide from LPG. Now, the reason I believe you don't see a lot of people going off in chat is because of the reputation of the clan and the player has. Derek is actually going to do it right. If A is free, he takes it. If it's contested and there's no way he can win that fight, he's just going to leave. There's no point. But if it's free, it's free. If it's not, it's not. Now, I noticed that I was really skirting the edge of this cap, and I really wasn't spotted, and you know, it kind of looked like the enemy was going to do somewhat of a push, which made me feel a little bit confident to dip in the cap here. Like I said, I was just going to use the island here to shield me from any torps or from anything. Try to help this Benson get this cap as soon as possible. Then skedaddle, then go do what Kaba does best and piss off battleships and cruisers. But you know what, sitting still in a Kaba, I don't like it. There's times for it, and you have to know when to do it and when not. You know, round of the quarter, there's the DD. The DD knew I was there, so there's really no reason just to sit there and play the deny them the game. Might as well do what I can to use the reputation of this ship pretty much against the enemy destroyers. Destroyers don't want to get into a gunfight with the Kaba because, you know, its reputation as being the best gunboat that there is. And rightfully so, it does deserve it. Now, to get back to, you know, what's setting up for the late game, if you don't set up for the early game or mid game, the late game will come too quickly, which is why I'm being a lot more proactive and trying to take C. I know the guys that are at B can handle themselves. So the sooner we can get C, the longer it's going to take for, you know, like the late game to show up. If you give them all three caps, you're pretty much forced into a position to where you have to make moves right away. You have to do some really ballsy, stupid stuff and hope it pans out if the enemy does three cap you. See the Yamato going to hit my speed boost, going to start burning him down, start getting that damage done. But just to get back onto, you know what, if you have one cap and they have two, the ticket bleed is a little bit slower. It's pretty much they only have a one a one cap advantage, and you can, you can kind of use that for a kill all mentality. As long as you're actively damaging, hurting, and killing ships, you're fine. Now, I do not know why that Benson pushed all the way up there, because there was a Moskva spotted. We knew there was an Ognivoy, at least in the area. The guy has no support. Everybody's set up to kind of defend C right now and delay the enemy from getting B. If you're going to do that, you really need to start. You kind of need to damage ships, kill ships as best and as fast as you can. Unfortunately, we're behind the 8 ball. But we do have one cap. So at least the bleed's not bad, and we are at least getting B, or we were getting B. The other thing is, if you notice on the mini-map, there were 3 DDs to the north. So that means the only 2 DDs down here are the Ognivoy and the Shimmy. Everyone else is up on the northern side of this map, up by A, or the north side of B. Now I'm trying to spread damage and fire all around. I mean, like I said, just being alright, you know what, you piss everybody off. But I am trying to pay attention to what my other friendly Kaba is shooting at, because at this point we really need to start getting rid of ships as we lose a third. The enemy is now getting B, they are getting C, and we have yet to kill anything. This is really starting to put us behind points, and is really going to have to start people playing a little less aggressive, a little bit more offensive than defensive. We really need to focus something down and get rid of it. Now, if you can see how our battleships are positioned compared to the enemy battleships, ours are playing way too defensive. I'm trying to get this battleship back on burning, then move on to the next target. Luckily, I do get the fire, but I really don't care about the kill. His DCP's out. You know, even if he did use his DCP would have been out for somebody else to finish. Shimmy tried to tort me. Luckily, he failed due to all of my, well, probably lack of maneuvering, but probably just due to my speed and my speed boost coming off. I was also bowing to him, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. He also might have been torping something else. That Shimmy is going to come back and haunt me. You know what? You got to take the blame for what it is. I failed to deal with him. But, I mean, as you can see, we have one cap to their 2, and we're not too bad on points. You know what? We finally got a couple kills. You know what? That keeps the game close. But we do have one cap. We do have something to work with. I'm just dropping these random torps in case the Shimmy was coming. You never know. Oh, sorry about that, guys. But, I actually did kill the Shimmy once by doing that. I would also like to apologize for no video for last Thursday and Friday. I was a little bit sick and I didn't really want to give you guys a crappy video. I see the Ognivoy on cap and I might as well take shots to try to get him off, reset the cap, and then I noticed, you know what, the cap's not going down, but he definitely was on there getting some of the points. So it's got to be the Shimikaze to the south of me. What I really need in this situation is a couple of these BBs to just outright man it up and push in. We cannot afford to lose C. I have complete faith in the OPG div that they're going to be able to handle what's ever at B. These guys, they're excellent players. Now, I'm not going to sit here and toot OPG's horn. There are some gentlemen in that clan I just cannot stand. But fortunate for me, these guys are what I would consider at least class X. See the Tashkent, might as well start shooting on him because I have no other targets, because I have no idea where the DD on C is. He's got to be to the south somewhere, and I'm never going to win that spotting game. It's going to take him to screw up. Well, the Shimmy might not be the best at torping me or any of my allies. He's really good at not letting me detect him. He's good at least staying away from me. As I get set on fire, lose my engines, really didn't want to go into the cap with my engines being down. There's really no need for me to hit the repair party because I have a heal. It's why I go with the light cruiser build. It also helps my adrenaline rush kick in. The Moskva is doing Moskva stuff, reversing. But you know what? I finally have some battleships that are pushing up, which means, you know what? We need to dip into this cap. Here comes the Shimmy torps against our battleships. No surprise there. DDs love to torp battleships. See the amount of low health and realize we need to kill this guy. We need to kill this guy because we need the points. We need them badly. I'm dipping on C, and at this point, I'm like, I am not going to get off C unless I die. I need to give, what I'm thinking is I need to give AR and Derek as much time as they need to, start killing, start doing their stuff. Now, I should have been paying attention to this Shimmy a lot more than I was. I should not have shot at these two guys. I should have been trying to shoot at the Shimikaze. This is my fault and no one else's. But what I'm trying to do is get to the island, use it for concealment, and retake C. I'm just sitting here doing everything I can to delay these guys from pushing into C. I want to defend C with everything. Now is when I turn my guns to deal with the Shimmy because the only thing he was spotted. But I should have done this a lot sooner, and you know what? I'm going to call myself out on this mistake. This guy is going to come back and haunt me, but this is what I'm saying. It's really going to take mistakes by him to get spotted for me to outspot him. The guy's, he's maneuvering, he's smoking, he's staying at distance, which means, just little movements means most of my shells will, will miss. Even though they look on to be on target, he's doing the small little things for me or against me to keep himself alive. But I kind of wish that the Torpets really had a secondary build because there would have been more firepower on the Shimmy, but I really wish he would have kind of pushed up in here sooner. And this is what I mean by all I'm trying to do is give our team enough time to come back and pull this out. We are drastically down on points, but we are getting 2 caps. Now, these guys are actually forced to kind of push in here and deal with me. It's pretty much just me that is defending this cap. So there is no reason for him to try to come and push me. The Turpets isn't in the greatest position to help me due to him running aground, but he is still in the area. I'm actually looking at the Moskva for my Torps. This is really not a fair fight, and it's not a fight I want to be in. But I'm trying to use this corner to the best of my ability to just outright torp these guys. These are kind of dual-purpose torps. Either the Alsace or the Moskva is what I'm sending them for. Oh, look, Moskva radar. No surprise there. Backing up, trying to get a good angle for these torps on the Moskva. I don't know why the game was still showing the Alsace, but I know this guy's broadside is close enough. I might as well just load the AP and do as much damage as possible and hope the torpedoes can finish him. And they don't. And I'm starting to think, oh, crap. I really needed this guy dead. more so than not. The other thing is I should have hit my C button to change my view to my rear turrets. I still have the AP loaded, and I'm just trying to go, you know what, take advantage of just going through his bow because he was showing me sign. Luckily for me, the Turpus manages to get into this and finish off the Moskva for me. But I'm sitting here actually playing the mind game, and I really shouldn't have. I should have came out a lot sooner to help our Turpets. But, you know what, because I've already lost all the cap points, so we're going to have to recap this thing all the way. So you can see we finally get B. We're going to be getting A soon. So pretty much, you know what, just staying on this cap is denying the enemy points while they are still getting points from A. I do believe the Turpets is low health. And, you know what, I'm just sitting here delaying, you know what, myself from coming out. Because like I said, I was trying to make sure that the battleship was fully engaged in our battleship before I made my move out to try to help him. I should have just came out a little bit sooner, but you know what, you never know how that plays out too. You know what, just by sitting on this camp is giving our team plenty of time to deal with getting the other caps. Aimed a little bit short for the poor DD. Completely missed that shot. This shot should not miss. Finishes off the destroyer. And like I said, I probably should have came out a little bit sooner to help out our battleship. I got the AG loaded because I'm going to try to set multiple. I want to set multiple fires, but I should have had AP loaded a little bit sooner than I did, because really at this point it's all about raw damage and getting ships off the board. Now I can see that really the areas that I'm hitting are saturated with damage. Our Turpets, I believe, is going to burn to death, but he's extremely low, so even if he had his DCP ready, the shimmy could have easily shot at him. Now, I failed once again to actually shoot the shimmy. I was thinking, I should go dark, but I'm like, you know what, I'm on cap. Who cares if he resets me? We really just need this kill. The enemy's down to 2 ships. We need another kill to, you know what, just increase the chances of us coming back and winning. But the shimmy goes dark. We don't know where the Montana's at. And, you know what, it looks like those guys are trying to set up for an ambush on the Montana. I'm going to try to set up an ambush on the shimmy. But like I said, that guy's been staying far away from me all game. While he might not be able to tort me, he's definitely not... He's definitely smart enough not to push towards me. I see somebody come out and says, you know what, set up for an ambush. I think he's dumb. I'm like, well, he's not. He may suck at torping, but he's smart enough to stay away from me. Now, the one thing with those torpedoes is I can tell what direction he's going in. He's actually moving back to their side of the spawn. I'm trying to fake this guy and thinking I'm going to either leave cap or I'm just going to park behind this island. But then I kind of realize, what's the point? I'm never going to outspot this guy. I really need to just go hunt this guy down. I should have just kept going forward and trying to chase this guy down, but I do know the direction he's going in due to his torpedoes. I also know he only launched 1 set, so I'm definitely trying to bait these torpedoes out, but I needed to do it a little bit more of risking my ship just to get this guy. I have the speed advantage. He'll never be able to outrun me. While he'll definitely be able to outspot me. He'll never be able to outrun me if I do get him spotted. Spoiler alert, guys. We are not going to win. We're not going to get this kill on either one of these 2 ships. And this is what I mean. We took a little bit too long with the mid and early game to where our late game didn't matter. Our late game, we came back, we started pulling it closer, but you know what, it just took us too long to do anything. So I'm not going to bore you guys with the rest of this. We are just going to go check out the post-battle results. I hope you guys really did enjoy this. I hope you did learn something. Just remember, you know, if you don't think you're the early mid game to late game doesn't mean anything. The other thing is you need to take care of DDs whenever possible, which is something I completely failed to do. While this was a very good, tight, close game, it was kind of a heartbreak that we didn't pull out the win. We do appreciate all the support you guys do give us. We love the replays you send in. The email for that is in the description down below. Please remember to compliment good teamwork, good team plays. We are quick to report, slow to compliment. And with that, guys, hit the like and subscribe button and have a great day.